It looks like my battery is about to die on my sound stuff, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch batteries real quick because that's really close to being done, and I don't want that to do that. So one sec, I'm gonna go grab a new battery. It is gonna be a wonderful day. It is gonna be a wonderful day for sure. We're playing with the new case, but I need a not dead battery. Let's see how one this is charged. This one's charged all the way already. You're good. That's good. Stand by to stand by, guys. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, now we should be good. Battery looks good, everything looks good. It's good to see everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Thursday last show of this week build. We got a lot going on. I mean, we're gonna be playing with a brand new case. It's not mini ITX, it's like a full meal deal. It's also just different. So we've done the Azza, we did the Azza cast at one point in time and some other ones. And so Azza's just like, kind of like those Lee & Lee ones. They're a little bit specialized. I'm pretty excited to get to building this. It does not have tempered glass side panels. It actually has like perforated side panels. So we're gonna be shoving the best stuff we can inside of it just to see how it handles things thermally. So it should be fun. We got deals. We got our sponsor today, which is CDK Deals. So we're going to be talking a little bit about them, and then we're going to end with some Hearthstone. So it should be a lot of fun. So I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, it's still, you can still see through it, but it's not tempered glass. So lots of airflow, which is actually pretty cool. Let's see what else. Oh, we did have our guy, our winner from the last PC giveaway. He decided he didn't want the PC. Like, he wanted to give it to somebody a little bit more deserving. So next week, we're going to choose one of the days, and we'll actually be re-giving away that sub PC that we unlocked last month. So we're going to just have one of the streams where we're going to be giving away a PC, which is actually pretty cool. Plus, we are a quarter of the way through giving away that unlocking the giveaway for the Project Stealth PC. And so lots of stuff kind of coming up in that regard. Plus, Monday, you're going to want to tune in because we're going to be doing an AMD 6950. We're going to be giving away a 6650 and a 6750 XT as well. So lots and lots of giveaway stuff happening over the next week, which should be really, really cool. So it's gonna be neat. No, it's not going to be yellow RGB. We already talked about this. But yeah, it's going to be cool. Yeah, Sweaty B opted to let people re-roll for the PC, which should be pretty cool. So not a Rodham with hair is asking, he's like, hey, when are we going to get 4000 series? So everybody, nobody knows. System integrators, tech press, everybody has to wait till what Jensen decides on the 20th. So we're all going to watch on the 20th, and then we'll have an idea of, like, it's usually what'll happen is that's when we get the flood of information from folks like NVIDIA in terms of, hey, here's when you're going to get sample cards and all that sort of stuff. So don't worry, we will get sample cards. We have a lot of partnerships with a lot of companies, so we'll probably get them from a couple places, so we'll be able to show all those and show them off in builds and stuff like that. I know for sure we'll get something from Asus, EVGA, and Gigabyte. They're usually pretty good about it, and then I don't know if we'll end up with a Founders Edition card if they're doing Founders Edition cards or anything like that. I'd love to get the Zotac one. The Zotac one actually looks pretty nice, but we still haven't gotten anything from Zotac. Now, I know people are asking about Radeon. Radeon's kind of the same bucket. Like, we don't have a ton of information. All we know is that it's supposed to be sometime in December, but whether they're going to launch their 76, their 7900 or just their, their 79 and 7800, we just don't know. And it's the same thing with NVIDIA. So we'll have to see how it goes. We've been waiting for, Bob, you're going to be waiting for a long time. NVIDIA does not care how long you've been waiting. They will announce when they are ready to announce. It's just kind of the way it works. So they don't really feel one way or the other. They're ready when the money says that they're ready, and that's kind of the way that it works. So yeah. Let's see. Oh no, not about that. The drunk PC. I will never do that. That won't be a thing. I don't drink on stream. I don't really drink, so that wouldn't be a thing. So I don't think I've ever promised that. So yeah. I'm not really a drunk on stream kind of guy. So this is a family-friendly show. That would be the opposite of family-friendly. So, what else is going on? I'm trying to think. We got our usual stuff today. I don't drink very often. I'm not saying I don't drink. I just don't drink very often. What will the 4-slot coolers change in the way you do builds? Hi, Demon. Until, like, that's the thing is, like, I know that there was a leak. UFD Tech showed it, that somebody put in, it was like a 4-slot 4090. The 4-slot will fit in here. I mean, they technically will fit in any one of the micro ATX ones. The only thing that'll be tough is like things like, for instance, the height Y60 or, you know, people who want to basically vertical mount their GPU. I just don't think that's going to be a thing until companies kind of readjust. The cool thing is like Lee with their Evo and a lot of those ones have adjustable vertical mounts. So I think then you might be able to see some of those and those might still work. But I think for most of us, it's not going to change a whole lot. But yeah, I think it's just going to go from there. Now, the unicorn onesie, I did promise that one. That one's actually real. So, and go from there. And I did see that, yeah, we have some new dad jokes in there. So there's some actually pretty good dad jokes that have shown up in there. But, yeah, definitely we'll build with 4000 series. Definitely we will. I mean, like, again, I don't think it'll change mid. I think the interesting thing is going to be micro ATX. Like, you won't see an NR200P with like a 4000 series, a 4090 anyway. But that's not to say that the 4090, the 4080 or 4070 will also be really beefy cards. So yeah. Yeah, like, all in all, I'm really excited about that. It's very generous of Shweddy to do that, so which is pretty cool. I'm going to have to build a new PC to replace my 5950X 3090. Okay, Yar Jake, you don't have to, that's getting a little crazy. You don't have to do it. I would say that I don't feel like that's going to be a have to kind of situation. But yeah, I think that, you know, if you guys want to stay up with tech, then you're going to, I think nowadays, specifically with Intel and AMD trading blows, and now with AMD and NVIDIA trading blows, I think for sure you're definitely going to have to deal with expensive purchasing, unless you become somebody like myself, who just is lucky enough to and blessed enough to get to do stuff like this all the time. Bob, again, even if I knew the answers to that stuff, I can't talk about it until embargoes are up. So now at this point in time, I just avoid the conversation about 7000 series and I avoid the conversation about 13th gen because we know way more than we're probably supposed to talk about. And so now it's like the line between leak and reality, unless you're talking about like NVIDIA or Radeon, is pretty sketchy. So right now we're not going to share a whole lot because we're super close to the launches for those any crisis. Get ready to pay crazy prices for 4000. Oh, I would not be surprised. What's up, ST Gaming? How are you? But it's gonna be fun. I love this time. This is always the best time to be kind of in tech. It's a very exciting time. We're gonna see how 7000 series does. We're gonna see how 13th gen does. We've got brand new GPUs on the cusp. It's gonna be crazy. Now, when all of that stuff is gonna be available for the general public, that is always the question. That's always the rough spot. But yeah, it's always tough. But it makes from there. Yeah. PC guy, I hope so. I will say that NVIDIA is doing a pretty staunch strategy right now in terms of how they trickle 3000 series into the market. So I don't think that you'll get 3000 series for less than what you're doing now. And I do know that 5000 series and 12th gen will stop being produced. And so that's basically what kind of happens. So I don't think, usually it's like a lot of people expect prices to drop pretty significantly, but even if you were to go buy an 11th gen CPU right now, it's not significantly less even than a 12th gen. So it's going to be crazy. Yeah, I ended up, so 2722, I ended up buying my Founders Edition 3090 Ti today. It was on sale the Founders Edition was on sale for $1,099, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, it's going to be, yeah, I don't think it's going to go a whole lot lower. I think you guys are kind of at the bottom, at least on the GPU side. And then the other two is, remember, they're just getting through backlog of selling stuff. They are not making new 3000 series. What's up, Com? How are you, man? It's good to see you. So let's talk a little bit about giveaways and all the other stuff that we got going on today. We do have the typical round of giveaways. If we get 250 likes, that seems to be like the more reasonable number. If we get between 250 likes, actually 300 likes, if we get to 300 likes, we'll give away a two $25 Newegg gift cards. If we get to 250, we'll give away one. If we get 2 level 5 hype trains, then we will go ahead and give away a $25 Newegg gift card for that as well. And then if we get them, like the other thing too is that like when we're starting to get into holiday, we'll probably revamp the giveaway stuff through the holidays and probably go to something more akin to what we were doing really early on in terms of having sub goals for all of it once we get through the sub giveaway for the month of September. I'm trying to think of what else. Oh yeah, we do have a 3080 up for grabs for the month of July and August. If you want to get in on that, you can use your free Prime subscription. So if you have Amazon Prime, just head over to twitch.tv/Robeytech, drop your free Prime sub. That'll get you one entry towards that 3080 GPU that we'll announce in early October. And then if you want to get extra entries, you can subscribe at tier 1. That gets you 3 entries. If you subscribe at tier 2, you get 5 entries. Subscribe to tier 3, you get 10 entries. And then every gifted sub gets you an additional entry towards winning. So pretty cool. Yeah, their one is getting pretty crazy. And I'm trying to think of what else. Oh yeah, and then lastly, we have that Project Stealth. Once we get to 2,000 subs, the moment that basically happens that day, we will give away that PC, and you'll be one of the few ones. I know Main Gear just announced that theirs is for sale, so you guys are going to be one of the first, whoever wins that, to be one of the first to actually own a Project Stealth PC, which is awesome because it's a really great PC, the one that we built anyway. I don't know, I haven't tested theirs. It's July, it's August and September. It's August and September. It's August and September, not July, August. July had its own thing, and I have to go find it, Blondie. I think we've totally done that, because I don't think we've ever skipped one. But the thing is I cleared our you and I chat call, so I have to go through the videos and find it. I hope you like Lean made that all mesh case first. At least the case supports it at the top. I'd love to see the mesh versus directly front fresh airflow temps in a very similar case with all the same hardware, including fans. I had hoped Lean made the all mesh case first. At least this case supports it on the top. I'd love to see the mesh versus directly fresh front airflow temps in a very. I don't know what you mean by the second part, Org. That's what I'm trying to understand. Robeytember, yes, and it's all part of celebrating September, which is happening right now, but we'll look at that anyway. I'm trying to think of what else is going on. I think that is it. There's 106 people here, well, 180, including those folks who are on YouTube, so we're starting to get started. Guys, can we kick it off with the hype train? Is that something that's going to be a possibility, or do we have too few people here? Not a lot. Nobody's actually subbed at all today so far, so maybe we'll save that for a little bit later. But I'd like to see if we can get a couple hype trains today. I'd like to go from there. Let's see what we can do. I'm trying to think what's going on. Just don't forget, there is no streams. There is no streams on Saturday. So there's no stream on Saturday. Next stream will be on Monday. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying, Org. Well, I mean, that's the thing is like we're competing this, so this will go directly against the Pop XL. The Pop Air XL, which actually had the exact same components in it. So we'll be able to see one that has airflow with mesh side panel versus a tempered glass side panel. I wish you could buy a tempered glass, because that'd be kind of cool to test that, directly one way or the other. So no streams until Monday, guys. Can somebody kick off the sub stuff? I mean, like, we got nobody. It's weird that we have nobody's doing I guess everybody has subs. That is a problem with a lot of times with all the folks who do sub stuff, is that a lot of times you have, well, there we go. Jimmy Kiba X dropping 10 gifted subs saying what's up and kicking it off nice and light. Now with that, like, we're already probably almost at level 3 if we want to just basically get 2 or 3 more people to drop some bits, and then we'll hit that level 5, and then we'll start talking about what we're going to put inside of this and get this build done. And then get to some Hearthstone and some deals. I'm excited about the deals today because there's been some ridiculous deals. There was like a monitor and GPU deal that was crazy. Thank you, Blade of Ice, or Blade Office, whichever one you'd like to call them, though. Thank you very much for the 100 bits. We need, 3 more people to drop something in there? I'm doing good. Thank you very much. Power Ranger. Those are some good, I like those icons. 2 more things. Let's see what we can do. We need 2 more, guys, and then I think it's actually 3. I don't know. We'll see. Just 1 more person drop 100 bits or something like that, and we'll see what happens. It's crazy. And then we'll get right into this. I keep touching this because I'm worried that the thing is when you wear t-shirts, sometimes the lav mic points up into your throat. Victor65 dropping 5 gifted subs, so I think it's 2 more. We're close. I know we're going to hit level 5 pretty quick, but it keeps poking into my throat, and I'm worried that it's I've been watching some commercial for this movie Pearl, and so like now like I'm seeing too many horror films, and so like now I'm worried that it's going to turn into a blade and literally just slice my throat open, and then I'm just going to die. And that's I don't know, it's like a really weird fear that I've got right now, but that's where it's at. Yeah, it makes no sense whatsoever, but that is where my head is right now when we get this close to October. We got some good scary games coming out, so we will definitely be adding some scary game segments into some of the night stuff to get that going in there. The Supreme confuses me. El Supreme, it's just a brand. I like it. It's simple. I like Supreme stuff, and so I ended up going on a little of a shopping. So Victor 65. Wait, did I do? No, that's the same guy. Okay. Guys, we just need a couple more bits, but yeah, I just got a bunch of Supreme stuff, so I got a bunch of their shirts, and then I also got some Essentials, which is Fear God. So just some brands that I really like. They're just simplistic stuff, which is always fun. Hype train's close, guys. We don't want to waste it. Well, let's just see if we can get a couple more people to drop 100 bits, and then we're good. Thank you very Victor, Jimmy, and Blade for doing it, and then we'll keep it going. But yeah, I like their stuff, and then I like their collaborations. So like they did one with like Shrek. They did them with like companies like Burberry, Tiffany. They've done it with like a bunch of different ones, and so they have a bunch of different stuff, which is actually pretty neat. And then they have limitations in terms of how much people can buy, which makes it a little bit more rare, stuff like that. Let's do it, guys. We're so close because we already probably have most of the level 5 already there. We just need a couple people to drop 100 bits, which is like I think $1, right? I think it's like $1, and then we'll see that hype train happen. But hopefully somebody does it pretty quick, because then we'll see Jimmy's will kind of fall off. Yeah, I need to see I need to go watch all the stuff for the COD stuff. I haven't seen it yet. What's up, Got You? How are you, man? Oh, 188. The numbers are growing. Come on, guys. Let's just finish this out. I don't want to waste the subs. Just need a little bit more help, but it's got to be somebody different than Jimmy, Victor, or Blade. Go, Speed Racer, go. There we go. I like Kurosaki trying to get it hyped up. And then we'll get right into the build section, which starts with this 12900K right here. Thank you very much, Victor and Blade and Jimmy, for kicking it off. Then we're going to start talking about build parts. Starts with a 12900K. Black Dragon, thank you very much for dropping into the build mat giveaway. 4 minutes. I don't know if it's going to count now. I hope it does. You guys, I think maybe we've tapped you guys today, huh? Oh, wow. That is the wrong one. Did I send him a 12900K? Hey, what's up, Intel? How you doing? Well, hey, you're here right in time for your stuff. Drum God, something, it just switched between the two. Hey, GSX, dropping 100 bits. I don't know if it's going to count. It might have been too long ago now. I think one more person maybe drops 100 bits, and we'll see if it counts. We're super close, guys. And then when that hype train would kick off, hopefully we didn't lose it. Super appreciate it, GSXR Therapy, for dropping that. How are you doing, Drum God? It's good to see you. Intel, how are you today? Jimmy dropping 100. Oh, there we go. Now we're close. Now it's just one more. 20 seconds, 18 seconds, just 100 bits. And it goes 15, 14, 13. Low key thought you mean Seth. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I get that a lot. 6, 5, just 100 bits. Somebody drop them real quick, and then it'll go. It'll go. No. Dang it. Oh. Dang it. I think we would have already had it. Like, it's rough. It's always good to see the stream. Yeah, thank you very much, Stra. It's always good to see the stream. You are why I can build computers. Drum God, have you built a number of them? Is no one? No, GSX. They're not. They like Intel too. Is no one gifting because it's Intel? No, I don't think that's it. I don't think it's it. I was just. Usually it's like, yeah, usually it happens pretty quick, but it might just be heavy week or whatever it was. Everybody, Intel's love too. Yeah. I know we're close to AMD launches, but yeah. I'm doing good, Silence. How are you, man? Okay, we'll get started. We'll give it like 1 minute, and then if it doesn't work, then we'll have to just keep going, and we'll move on from there. But thank you very much. Got to 527, guys, which is cool. We're on our way, over 25% towards giving that PC away, which is actually pretty neat. I'm excited to give that one away. I think that's going to be a good one. So, okay, well, let's talk about the parts we're going to put inside of this and go from there. Okay, so we got the Core i9 12900K. We're going to be using the ROG Strix Z690F. There it is right there. And should be super awesome. I love this board. It's just an easy, good-looking board, and just really excited to get a chance to basically use it. Yeah, you know, why am I going to argue? There's very little to say about it. We've used it a bunch on the board. Use a bunch on the show. Now, what is new to the show? And we have got to use these guys. We used them when we did Grandma Shirley's build, but this time it's new in the fact that we're using Kingston Fury. So Kingston's new. They've sent me a nice, awesome gift package full of their DDR5 and their NVMe storage devices. So really stoked about this. We're going to be you guys are going to see these parts starting to show up in here. Kingston's got. I do know that Kingston supports a lot of SIs like Main Gear, Falcon Northwest, in a very, very reliable brand, and so it'll be cool to see this stuff show up a little bit more in our build. So we've got a 2 terabyte Kingston Renegade PCIe Gen 4 NVMe SSD, and then we've got, I think this is 6,000. This might be, is this 5600? This is DDR5. Yeah, 6,000 mega transfer RAM, and then it is RGB. So there's that too, which is pretty cool. So pretty excited about this. It's cool to see. It's cool to see somebody new. We got a couple new folks who've joined the Robeytech family. We got Be Quiet, who's now officially a part of our family as well. So they're going to be. You're going to see some Be Quiet stuff, not just Noctua stuff, which is good. Not that I don't mind Noctua, but you know, hey, it'll be good to have some other brands. And dude, you got to admit, some of their coolers are amazing. Speaking of coolers, we are going to be using our tried and true just to keep things real. We'd like to do this when we do case reviews. We haven't built this case before. The Noctua NF U12A, still just a magical cooler, just because of the fans and everything else, very easy to install. We are going to be testing this with air cooling at 12900K, which we have done inside of the Fractal Torrent, and it did it with no problem. So we are keeping it air cooled today, just in terms of making sure that we can compare cases very, very easily. So there's our air cooler. Now for GPU, we're using the big boy, because we got to fill up a case. That's right, it's the EVGA RTX 3090Ti. We have our Founders Edition finally, but a huge shout out to EVGA and to Asus for hooking us up with 3090 Ti's. Love this card. It's got the GPU sag thing that you can also use for it just because it's so big, but yeah, it's just a big thick card, and they have their GPU E-cord for basically the E-leash. There it is, that's what I was looking for, rotten treat. So yeah, we're going to be using the E-leash with this and just making sure that card stays nice and taut. And then the other ones, given that we've got the PCIe 5 power connection, that means we're going to go ahead and use the Asus ROG Thor 1000 watt. This actually has the Gen 5 650 watt power connection for it. So we're throwing a little ROG in there, and we'll actually use that connection with the GPU, which is actually pretty cool. And then lastly, just to keep things clean, we're going to be using the Asia Horse cable extensions for everything else. And then we're finally going to be building in a case I don't think it's just a lot of people haven't seen, and this is the Azza Legionaire. Now it actually does have a mesh side panel. It's got front, and it actually comes installed with 3 fans. So we're going to be using the Legionnaire. It's a good airflow case. You can do a 360 on the top, 360 on the side as well. So there's plenty of cooling, but we just want to see what it does with an air cooler. It's local wait, I didn't know Kingston was local to me until recently. You're like, as in like, they're East Coast, aren't they? Yeah. So it should be a really good build, and I'm actually pretty excited just to check out the case in general, see where it does. No USB-C, which is the interesting part, but yeah, we're going to build in it and see how it looks out. It's got a really kind of almost building-ish front panel as well. So that is today's build. Should be fun, and I'm excited to see how it turns out at the end. And then afterwards, when we're done, we'll play some Hearthstone and all that fun stuff as too. So it should be a good one. Got my stuff next day. Oh, they're like that local. Well, that's really local. Okay, so let's start building. Why do I feel like I'm missing stuff? But I'm not. It just doesn't, it feels like there should be more parts. Waves furiously. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get the first, let's get the first prediction up. Will the GPU cover, sorry, the socket cover clear the VRM? So it isn't a new board, so there's a low chance, but it's the first prediction. Here we go. Going all in on yes today. Well, that's good. It will be interesting to run the case without the front fans plugged in for a test. Okay. I don't know if we'll be able to do that. I mean, we could do that as part of our, like, I can basically do that for sure. I mean, not at the initial stuff, but why do you want to? I'm just curious why you want to do that. Oh, it's back on. I mean, the case thing's back on. Oh, you can put your back into it. I read that wrong. Yes, I could. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, yeah, that could be cool. Okay, let's get our 12900K in. I'm just gonna spin it. Get your prediction in. I'm like a DJ. I'm a CPU DJ. There it is. I actually kind of am like a CPU. I'm like a build DJ because we do all sorts of different builds. So I am a little bit like a build DJ, which is true. That is true. Maybe I should change it to build DJ, PC build DJ. I feel like that is a more like representative title for me. Okay, here we go. The vote's still going on. So why don't we just in the short term, we'll go ahead and throw this in and go from there. I'm gonna open up our RAM and open up our storage. Trying to think of the best way to do this. Their clamshell stuff. I'm trying to see where it actually opens at. This looks like solid. Oh, okay, opens right there. Okay, so don't cut it there. You want to cut it right here. Okay, now I've got it open. Okay. Let go of the fury. Okay. Okay, so we've got Intel, AMD, we got the Kingston DDR5 now. Let's see, this one is, we're not going to be able to use the packaging again, unfortunately. At least in a way that I can't figure out how to make it work. Maybe if I'm gonna see if I can find a way so we can use the packaging again. Because if I can find that, so that way we can always make it look like it's new and show the retail packaging. That would be ideal. Okay, so if I do this, okay, that almost looks like it'll work. These are the things that I try to solve so we can make it look real every time. See in there? There. Now I can put it back in and it looks kind of retailish. Okay, there we go. Okay, prediction is done. Prediction's done. We got our 2 terabyte and all that sort of stuff. Simmer down Bon Jovi. Wow, I've missed something. Okay, so let's get our NVMe, let's get our thing in, top down here. First question is, will it clear the VRM, will the VRM cover clear? This one has in the past. So we're gonna make sure it's solid. Oh, it just looked weird. There we go. Okay, here it is. It's in. Will it work? No. That one's not gonna work. Let's try it one more time. We're gonna give it a try 2. I think you have to have it like at the beginning for it to work. Yeah, no. It just doesn't have the tension after you've done it the first time. If it was a new board, then yeah, we'd be in good shape. It did not, guys. It failed miserably. It was disappointing. Yeah, I found my knife. Yeah, I did find my knife. It was taken from me and used to open boxes downstairs. And it was not returned. And there will be heads rolling on Monday about it. I was like, I was so worried. Let's do 90. Let's do 95. Let's say 95 for the Fury. 95. Will it hit 95? We're going to give it a little bit of a challenge. I feel like that's a good number. No regrets. That's right. Yeah, exactly. He tried to. Quintus, what's up, buddy? Haven't seen you on for a while. He's saying 99. No, not that high. We've only had like 1 or 2 that have actually broke like the 100 level. Okay, here we go. Little pomp and circumstance given that Kingston's new. We're giving it lots of NVMe love. It's like trying to get into, it's like I'm feeding it like a kid. You know what I mean? Like, open your mouth, and here comes the airplane. It's in. Let's see that in instant replay. Did you see how it was slow-mo that time? There you go. You guys have never seen so much pomp and circumstance for a NVMe SSD. But there we go. We're giving Kingston all the love. There we go. Okay, let's get this installed now. Okay, NVMe SSD is installed. We got 2 terabytes. It was a perfect landing. Yes, it was. You know, Quintus, we have a new. Well, it's not new. It's actually almost a month. It's like a month plus old. We've been playing Wrath Classic, and we have like no hunters. And so it's like I just think about you every once in a while. I'm like, you know, nobody like you used to be like, we don't need hunters, but now it's like, man, we need hunters. We have nobody who plays hunters. That's such a great class too. Oh man, but everything is hunter gear. That's right. And then the other thing too is that you also need to like. It's like we have so many paladins. Like so many paladins. Like what we don't have a shortage of, paladins. Oh really, Zen? Okay, let's get this cooled. This is almost gone. Hey, Eladician, thank you very much for the 10 gifted subs. We tried to get a hype train done earlier, Eladician, but it failed. No, not Paladins, the game. That game is fun, though. Wow, that went really smooth and fast. Been like the opposite of the other installs I've been doing recently, which have been like kind of painful. I need to order some more NTH1. Okay, let's get rid of this extra. We got a lot of extra on this. This is the NTH1, no, dang it, I can never remember the name of it. Noctua, oh, I was, NTH1. Yeah, I really like this thermal paste. It's easy to spread. There we go. Oops. Okay, now we got it all clean. NTH1. Okay, let's see here. Okay, cool. Now I got it all cleaned up. Nice and clean. Okay, prediction for the RAM should be ready. So let's see how this goes. Let's get our sound stuff ready. Hey, Andy! What's going on? Okay, because Andy brought up dad jokes, we need to do a dad joke because we did get some new dad jokes in the chat. So let's get some dad jokes going on here. Okay, here we go. Dad jokes. Okay, here we go. Dad jokes. I got some new ones on in the dad joke thing, so I'm gonna read those first. Okay, why do koi travel in groups of 4? Because the A, B, and C koi go in one direction and the other is a decoy. That was good. I like that one. That one was good. See, Andy, this is, you're doing work calls, but it does. Oh my gosh. Okay, here's a good one. This is from Bobby Cat. I can't do the first one, but don't use beef stew as a computer passwords. It's not stroganoff. Oh man, those are two good ones. There you go. There's a couple dad jokes to continue getting you through that, Andy. So you can get through some work calls with that one. Okay, here, let's see. Let's do the check. Let's check the click level. See how loud this is. We're gonna zoom in a little bit, and then to see how it is. Okay, here we go. Oop, we'll bring it down. Okay, how loud? We said 95. We're gonna pause the music. You guys can't see the screen. Let's bring that down a little bit. Make sure you guys can see the screen okay. Looks like you guys can see it now. Okay, cool. Here we go. First Kingston. I mean, now the first like official Kingston, like Robeytech Kingston thing here. Here we go. That's right, their RAM is different. They don't put their stickers on the other side. Nope, it is the right way. Okay, I had it right. 95, here we go. Oh, that was super mushy. Oh, that's not gonna hit 95. Ooh, that is really mushy. That is really mushy. I feel like a no. It's gonna be a solid no on this one, guys. This does not, this one does not click in very well. 93. That was it. That was it, 93. That's, yeah. Yeah, that was it. The answer, that's a solid no today. It was a no, which I really honestly thought I was giving it a low ball. But no, that's a negatory on the loudness of clicks there for that. Wow, I was not ready. I was not ready for that. No, it doesn't need new batteries. It just wasn't loud. It feels like the actual RAM casing, like it took a little bit more effort to get in there. PC guys like, hey, that factory needs a factory recall. Okay, well, that's fair, that's fair. Okay, NVMe's in, the RAM is in, and all clicked all the way in. Okay, let's go and get our cooler on. Partnership over. Yeah, we're like, what are you talking about? We can't have subpar. We can't have subpar RAM clicks. That's not a thing. Yeah, we can go ahead and do zip tie predictions. Is it odd or even for zip ties? On a submarine, all pars are subbed. I like that. Okay, here we go. Okay, we got our bracket in. Luckily with the U12A, we got lots of room. I wonder if their other stuff, their non-RGB is non-clicky like that. That's the question. Okay. Getting our air cooler on. Nope, that's not quite at 2. Gotta make sure at 2. Man, that's not straight. Okay, now we're on 2. Good. Get this on. No more, yeah. The RAM sticks were drugged. Wow. We've got like RAM stick drama. People are like making up stories as to why the performance level, the click performance level wasn't there. Like, what's going on? The wow stick will keep you guys entertained. Okay, wow stick done. Let's grab our cooler here for cooler times. Okay, now we need our splitter. Okay. I think we have everything now. It's all ready. U12A ready to install. Get our long thing out. Okay, let's get this off. Okay, there's that. Get this installed. Odd or even votes. So, Mr. Jerks, you can do one split, and then you just want to make sure, as long as you have 2 cables, you're good. 2 is fine for a 3070. So if you do, like, I have a tendency to do a 1 dedicated and then the second one as the split, depending on the PSU. But if you do 2 split and then just use one of those, leave one of them just dangling, that's okay too. What's up, Dale? How are you, man? Hopefully that answers your question. Kind of hitting the VRM here at the end. Okay, cool. A little bit of a VRM clearance issue. Just gonna hide this down here. Because we can only do 2 sticks of DDR5 because the controllers can't handle 4 sticks. We have a meeting with JJ over at ASUS to talk about DDR5 limitations. And just so you guys know, it is not just Intel. It will also be a problem on AM5 as well. So just be ready. You're going to be seeing 2 sticks for a while. And it's not a platform issue. It's actually a DDR issue. So I'll have more about that tomorrow. We're going to have a video out on it here pretty soon about what the deal is with DDR5 and like why this problem exists. But thank you to King. We're also going to see if we can talk to Kingston too, since they make the memory. Okay, let's see. Okay, height's right. Okay, we're good. Okay, and then that's all hidden. Okay, motherboard is done. There it is. Looks good. You know, rainfall, that's a great question. We're hopefully that maybe controllers on the DDR will get better. No, that's not supposed to be down like that. Dang it. Oh. Thought we were good, but then we were not. Now we're good. Okay, now we are good. Yeah, DDR, yeah, Org was reminding me that even on DDR4 it was a problem for a while. Traveling Fool, thank you very much for the Prime. Appreciate it, sir. Okay, let's get our motherboard's ready. We're good there. Let's go ahead and get the case stripped and done. See how this little bad boy, it's not little, this bad boy performs. But again, you can see through, ooh, I'm hitting that hard. You can see through this. It's just, it's all perforated. So it is really like a true airflow case. I will say the thumb things are really nice. Wow, so there's our panel. So you can see, you can really, it's flimsy though. Definitely got some bendability on it. So it's like very, very thin. But it'll be interesting to see how this thing performs. Okay, we do have 3 fans on the inside. There's all of our materials. Okay, I'm gonna bring the case thing up. You can see me. You do not need to use 3 separate 8-pin cables. That is not needed. And there was luckily PC World and a couple people did a whole debunking on that. Venture IT company, what is he talking about? Okay, there we go. Okay, so we got all this now. We got RGB. Wow, so we got a lot of cables back here. Yeah, I would email me, dude. That's not something. Look at this. Okay, that's quite the cable mess there, guys. Not a lot of that just says Robey's got his work cut out for him. Wow. Okay, that was something pretty crazy. That's a lot of parts. It's going good, Ian. Yeah, it's a spider web is an understatement. And the other thing too is we are gonna have to work around like no rubber grommets as well. Okay, so they did have like everything is kind of daisy chained. Wow, this is like a mess. Okay, so that's all daisy chained there. Wow. That is what is that? Like an RGB connection? It says reset switch. So is there daisy chaining? Okay. So on this rear, what is this cable? Okay, so these are all daisy chain things, but this has got its own different cable. And it's like plugged into the reset switch. Oh wait, no, this is okay. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out this thing. Okay, I'm not really sure. This one also has RGB on it. This one has, what is this? So check this out, like this is what I'm talking about. The reset switch is plugged into, this is an LED button. So it's like they want this, is this supposed to be daisy chain? Like I'm not sure. But the reset switch, which is not, there is no reset switch button, so just so you know, but it's like plugged into this, which is connected to the fan. So I'm not seen that before. Wow, this is like quite the ordeal. And then we can like maybe run that down there. Okay, we'll figure this out here in a minute. But wow, this is quite the ordeal. All right, let's get the motherboard in and then we'll start working on that. Interesting. We can take this off. Yep. Okay, that part comes off really nice. Ooh, okay, okay. This has got something that is daisy chained into this. Okay. So don't just rip it off. So it's, at least it's not like an RGB connector. It's actually like part of, it's like a 4-pin. So we'll get that in. I'm gonna try and move some of this stuff. They have a better place to kind of put this stuff, so I'm gonna figure this out here. Instead of running it through the bottom here, I can run, maybe I can run it all up. I'm gonna try, see what's better. So you can get a little bit cleaner look. And then the thing that's like, it's weird because the daisy chain is not a fan header. I don't know how the fan header, but we have a hole up here. So guys, I'm talking through this. This is not like a new case, so it's just like some extra like, what kind of thoughts here? Oh, it definitely looks better if I do it this way. The other option it looks like you have, if this doesn't work, is you could actually run them through the side and then over, which actually might be a little bit better. Let me try that. Might be a little bit cleaner. I'm trying to think of the cleanest way to run this stuff, so the cables don't end up being whack-a-mole-ish. Definitely some work here. So we'd have to like take this, well maybe not, let's see. Is this thin enough that I can do it this way? Nope, you'd have to take the fan out and have the fan cables, and then you could run them through the sides here, which I think would be better. Okay, so here's what we're gonna have to do. I'm just gonna try this because I think it'll be a little bit easier and cleaner. Luckily, this build is not too terribly complicated, but I'm just trying to think of like the best routing. So if somebody watches this later, they're like, hey, this is what you're gonna have to do to get your fans to look nice. Okay, so disconnect our fan, take our cable, and run it through like that. Reset it up. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that'll keep the fan hidden, and then the front case. And then this, like there's a little spot right here to actually run the fan cable through, which I think is just better. So then you get the length, you still get the length that you need to route the cables, and you're not losing a bunch of routing distance. Oh, I almost lost a screw, guys. Okay, here we go. Same thing. Take this cable, route it through. Luckily, the screwdriver makes this process a whole lot easier. As if you're watching, this is how you should ship your cases from now on. I'm just saying, versus what you did do, which is like not very attractive. And you still have like then you don't have like this really wonky, like these cables just like poking out of the, and you can use these holes just fine. There you go. So far, not much, Chibli. Oh, thanks, Maka. Working on it. Glad you like the build. There you go. That's just that's like, it's a better use of the cable management if we do it this way. And then you still don't have, like I said, don't have the routing issues. And you don't have cables like just hanging out in the front. Because we want something that's pretty, you know? Hey, Tom, how much is this case? I didn't look. There we go. So it's $110, so it's actually not cheap comparatively. Like, I think you can get like I think there was like a Corsair 5000D for less. I mean, it does come with 3 RGB fans, but yeah. Okay, so now we got all our cables routed better, and then now they're not, it'll be easier to hide them. But you guys, like there's a light, we're gonna have to be really cautious about trying to hide cables, because you can even see, like, even in the center area here, like the only place to really hide them is far here, so you don't see any extra cables. It's gonna be interesting to make sure that this is all hidden. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Okay, let's get this, let's get the motherboard in now. That is a cable jungle right now, guys. Cable jungle. Oh, nice, Maka. We're building in the Corsair 5000T next week as well. As part of we're showing off a bunch of new Corsair parts. Their new RAM, they have new RAM, their new AIOs, and some other things as well. So. Okay, this has got like, what's up? Okay, cool. Okay. It's just on your desk? Okay, cool. So anyway, guys, we got that all in. Another thing about this case, again, it's weird for 110 bucks. Also no peg. It's just there's a lot of stuff that kind of feels inexpensive. And I'm trying to understand why, you know what I mean? For like, specifically for the price. So, I don't know, interesting. Fans might be a large part of it, maybe. Oh, hey, I just saw this org. We can put, it does have, and it does include, that's actually kind of cool. It does include fan mounts for the bottom. So you do have 2 fan mounts on the bottom. And given that you have mesh on the front, you could do mesh there. And it does include the fan cables. Hey, by the way, 17 months traveling full, that's huge. Well, the 4090 is not out yet, Cray. We have to wait till the 20th to find out all the details. You have to wait till Jensen actually says stuff. But yes, we'll have 4090 builds the day that you can, for sure. Okay, let's see what cables they want us to use. These look like them. Let's try. These are really big holes. Nope. This looks like it uses these. Interesting. Really big. Not even that works. What are the some of these socket holes look massive. Like really big. What you put in them? That's a good question. Huh. Because usually it's these. All right, maybe those are them. Okay, it is these. Okay, it just looked really thick. That was just I had a weird moment with these standoffs in terms of like what goes in the standoff, but it looks like it's just wide at the top and then not wide at the bottom. Okay, yeah, those work. So it's standard little small, the small bordered screws like everybody else. There we go. Getting it done. How are we doing on likes on YouTube, guys? Don't forget to head over to youtube.com/Robeytech Live. Hit that thumbs up button. Let's get that going. Keep it going. 97. We need 150 more to unlock one giveaway. I don't know where that went. Wasn't ready for that. Likes are free. No, the back panel is not. The back is not mesh. It is solid. So the only place it's going to pull in air is from the front. I mean, yeah, that was something I was looking at. But it would be if this whole bottom part, if this was all mesh, that would have been kind of cool. But it's not. Yeah. Mr. Jerk, ask in our tech chat on the Discord. That's going to be the best place to answer those questions versus trying to do it on the live stream. Yeah, I don't know if again, it doesn't feel like there's a good place for it to get air if it was down there. Okay. Oops, completely missed that. Nope, oh, it's right there. Okay, here we go again. This last screw in. Nice, Kurosaki. It's going good, Loomish. Thanks for asking, dude. Okay. Well, the hard part's done. Again, like I said, the cool thing is they did actually give you the screw mounts for additional, if you wanted to add additional fans at the bottom, which is nice. So it might be interesting to see if that improves GPU temps or not. We might do that just in the testing. Take these out. You do get some zip ties, which is good. But like no rubber grommets, like no, just so, it's so minimal what you get with this case. Okay. Okay, now at this point in time, I think what we start to figure out is how to start hiding cables, because again, once we kind of get all the cables hooked up and everything kind of plugged in, then it's really kind of GPU time and PSU time, but we have a lot of stuff to hide, so that's what we're gonna work on now. So let's get it routed, figure out the best way to route it, and then from there we'll work on hiding all the cables. So let's do side for now. Let's go to side camera. Bigger one is this. We can hide this underneath the cable extension. We don't have USB-C, which again, that's what I'm talking about. There's like a lot of weirdness with this case in terms of like cost stuff. Oops. Okay, first thing we're gonna do is route this really cleanly. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a couple, I'm gonna do a small screwdriver here. One sec, guys, I'm gonna go grab a light that we can put inside the case so you guys can just see a little bit better. It's pretty dark in there. Give it a little bit more light. Okay, so we got that plugged in. There we go. I wonder if it'd be better. Come up from the top there, like that. Okay, so we got that one in there. So we can push this left. So then we have our front panel connectors. Okay, let's get this done. Zip tie from the top here. Yeah, it feels like the top is the better place to do it. Yeah. Hey, Najia, thank you very much. Dopey, thank you for the raid. Najia, thank you for the 2 gifted subs. Okay, here's what we're gonna do here. Okay, we got our first zip tie installed. Thank you very much for the sub, dude. I mean, for the raid, man. Okay, that'll make it. I'm just gonna keep this. I'm trying to keep these cables super tight and clean here. Okay. Now I can do this, and I'm gonna go ahead and zip tie this right here. And the main reason being is just to make sure we're hiding the top cable, so that way you won't see any cables up here at the top. The secret is just finding the right length for those, so it stays that way. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we got those done. That'll keep the rear exhaust where it needs to be. So this, it feels like this rear fan, so as weird as this is, it looks like this rear fan, and I'm showing you guys this, is almost the controller for everything. It's got power, it's got this weird RGB thing with it, it's got the, like all of the, it's like the one thing that controls the fans as well. So I'm like, so you have like this single fan header, and then everything else plugs into this one rear fan. So we're gonna pull this down a little bit more. We're gonna go ahead and plug this. Is there, okay, we're gonna plug this right here. This is our top fan header, and I'll show you this when it's laying down too, but. Okay, so now we got our fan controller done. Stupid, man, this, but. And then we have, okay, and this is the RGB. So we'll take this RGB and we're gonna plug this up here at the top too. This is for the, hopefully for everything. They give you like the world's shortest power cable. SATA power cable. Not even really sure what the power cable does. It's got SATA power on it. I'm gonna try and route it down and over if I can. It might just be like this one. God, this is weird. It's just a weird thing. And I'm stumped because of like just how odd this is. Okay, it looks like all of the fans daisy chain and go into this. So if I do this, we should be okay, but I gotta keep this one. I need to keep this one thing loose. I'll show you in the back here in a minute what I'm working on now. So I'm working on just getting this cleaned up. And then making sure all these cables stay together. There are tie down points that are actually in pretty good spots here, which is kind of nice, but I'll be honest, man, this wiring is strange. And I want it to be as clean as possible, but they did not make it easy. Okay, and then this is gonna stay out. I don't know why you have two of these things, but hopefully you only need one. So I'm gonna hope. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there's that, and then that is all hidden. And I'll just do one more just to keep this routed, but at least it's all tied down now. And then we'll do the rest there. Okay. Quite the experience here with this build so far. Okay. Do one more right there. Camera's focusing, so I'm going to pull that down so you guys can see a little bit better what I'm doing here in the back. There you go. Okay, so now we've got this top thing controlled in a pretty good way, I think. Okay, there you go. So top is controlled. You can't see, all you can see is the cables coming down, which is good. Okay, so that takes care of that. Now, we're gonna wanna push this over and have none of this. Like basically all of this is hidden. So probably end up zip tying this to over here. And the main reason I'm doing this right now is because you don't have anywhere to hide over here. That's it. It's all about showing no cables right from the front. That's the part that has to look good. So sometimes you gotta kind of do some wonky stuff to make that possible. Okay. Okay, so we'll start from that. That'll take care of that. Now let's get this stuff hooked up and go from there. Okay, so here's our front panels. We got our HD audio here too. Okay, so HD audio, it's gonna go right here. Front panel is gonna go right here. And this is all fans. We'll take care of this once we're done with everything else. All right, so let's show you guys the top down here. So I can show you what I've connected so far and then kind of where we're at. And again, what I'm trying to do is if you look down from the top here, you can see you just don't have a lot of, you have like, this is all visible. So I basically can't show anything here, or like even with the black, you just basically want nothing. So as you can see, I've basically made sure that this is all trapped and hidden. So we've got our RGB, which should be RGB for everything. We've got our fans, which is this one fan controller looks like it controls everything. And then we've got our CPU fan here. Now we're gonna plug in our front panel connections, of which you got most of them. So we can make this tight. Okay, those are nice and solid cables at least. Solid grip. Okay, so there's our front panel. Then over here we'll do our side panel. Okay, so now all of the cables are now hooked up. So now we can work on this, which I've got things started. So let's just slowly start to control this stuff. You know? Yeah, this is not going to be an 11 zip tie build. This is going to be a lot of work to make sure it stays and looks nice. And I'm working, like, the reason it's probably more work is just because I'm having to work within the confines of the case. Okay, so what we can do here for this clump is just kind of bring stuff up. That makes sense. This is going to be the interesting one. This is all fan stuff, so that's why this is not being controlled. Okay, we're gonna just try and get it all into one cable thing here. Comparatively where we were, this is looking a whole lot better. I'm not gonna be super tight down here, just tight enough. Okay, there we go. So everything's kind of in now. Okay, and then we've got this one power cable, which is just unfortunate, but okay, that takes care of our main cable thing here. And everything's like nice and taut here. Everything's in a good spot. And it's tied down. Hide these. Oops, it's not cut. Pretty straightforward looking. There you go. Holds that down. Why are you not rotating? There you go. Okay, comparatively to what we had before, that is much, much cleaner, wouldn't you say? Okay, so I think if I do this right, I should be able to daisy chain all of this stuff off of this. And then we'll have all of this other stuff hidden. Okay, so that should be all of this. Okay, now all the fans should be daisy chained. Now the best thing would be, can we hide it into this little socket here? But I'm guessing the door, well no, the door doesn't close this way. So we should be able to, if I do this right, we should be able to actually push this into itself. Just got to figure out where the right place to zip tie is. Okay, it feels like it's right there. Then we can hide this entire thing and it won't look there's any fan cables. Okay. Okay, my hope here is again just to get this so I can hide everything in this crevice here and then you wouldn't see any of it. Everything works well. See if this works. And I should be able to use these zip ties to kind of clip them to hold it in there. So do that. Okay, I'm just gonna get a couple more to finish the facade here. Okay, there we go. Okay. There you go. Now you can't see any of that stuff. It's pretty hidden. I do one more right there just to keep that one hidden. Okay. Okay, that seals all that stuff in. There we go, nice and hidden, looks clean. Now all our fans are hooked up, RGB should be hooked up. All that looks nice and clean, and then we're basically in really good shape, I think. What do you guys think? Looks pretty good? Seems pretty straightforward, right? Could put one more right there just to add a little bit of. Okay. Let us get There's no way to get this to be where it needs to be, so. You can take out the drive tray if you wanted to, just as an FYI, so just looking at the case, you can take out the drive tray. Yeah, build experience, and then from the front, can't see any cables. These are all hidden, so the cables look, it almost looks like there's only one cable, which is like this really big one. All of the other little ones are pretty tight and clean, and you can't see them, which looks nice. So I'm pretty happy. The other thing too is that, to be clear, the whole front is kind of a mesh, so you probably wouldn't be able to see them anyway, but there we go. Okay, let's add our cable extensions for the couple that we're going to be doing, and then go from there. We actually have it hooked up to the motherboard. Just keeping things simple, we'll do black cable extensions. $540 today, guys. Let's see, can we get to 600? That's the question. That'd be a good number to get to today. We're gonna do the LEDs off of the motherboard because I like the Starry Night one. That's that you're not gonna have via the button push. If I disconnected the RGB, then I could control everything from the button. Which would be an easy fix. All you'd have to do is just take this out and then we'd have LED control. Well, the LED control means that you push this button at the top. There's a button at the top for the, at the top of the case here that would control the RGB versus doing it using the software, using AuraSync on the motherboard software. So that's the difference. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice to have options for sure. Right now what we're doing is just putting together our cable combs. To cover this stuff up. Side camera. I may not be able to do this in complete. I might be able to. Might just have to push this way over here. Some longer ones. What I'm doing now is just trying to get this to be as far over as possible. So that way, again, we don't want to have anything poking through this little area here. Okay. Takes care of that. Okay, we're good there. Then when we pull the power cable, that should be fine. Okay, let's grab our PSU cable, our CPU cable. Easy. Grab a little couple cable extensions on this real quick. We'll get this plugged in, and then that'll be the last of our cable extensions. There we go. Okay. This is the top. I don't know. Hopefully that fits. We'll have to see. That'd be nice if this holds in here. No, that is definitely not going to fit. Okay. Let's grab a couple small cable things. Get this clean. using the case tie downs. There we go. That looks good. Okay, take care of that. I don't think that's gonna work, so we're good there. Okay, PSU cables are done. That's all we need here. The last cable is literally just about using the EVGA thing. This is a 3090 Ti. We're good. New case. So people, what are your thoughts so far on the Azza Legionaire? Based on what you've seen and what I've kind of shown you, what are your thoughts so far on the build and the case? Team RGB. Yeah, I know, it's weird, isn't it, Org? Okay, let's start getting our GPU in here, guys. This is always the fun part. Everybody enjoys this part. We do have a cover. I'm hoping that you can take off. Okay, it looks like you can. Okay, there it is. So you have a cover. The top one, oh crud. I can't tell if these are pop out or what. It looks like they are. So even this is strange. So it comes with all the screws. Dang it, and that one doesn't even count. Yep, these are pop out. And the top one doesn't count. I hope they give you enough for these things. That's kind of unfortunate. And they only gave you two, which is unfortunate because the top one, you can't, like, the card lines up in a wrong place. You're gonna have like one, like this one's not gonna be full. So you're gonna have like an empty, well, I guess it doesn't really matter, never mind. This is gonna be full from the slot side, okay. Okay, so it's okay. I still just don't like that you have to pop these out. Okay. So try not to damage the bits on the motherboard here. I don't want to scratch up the top of my motherboard either. Just gotta be careful there. Okay. Lots of like cost savings things that aren't making a ton of sense. Okay. For the price. Because this would be like, it feels like this should be a sub $100 board. I mean, case. You know? I have no issue with Zen 4. I like Zen 4. It's just, now it's a dying platform. So, there is an E-leash. We'll get that installed just to make sure it's solid. So we'll put the E-leash on for sure. Okay, so here's our E-leash. There's our cables for running behind. There's our E-leash right there. Why does it feel like this? Why is this not open? We have two of these? There's our E-leash. Power cable. Very thick GPU, like 4090 thick. Ugh. It's like needs extra thickness, thick. There we go. Let's get this put away. Let's get this in. Okay. Apparently we never peeled the fans. There we go. There we go. Okay, cool. All that stuff is done. There's our PSU cable for the back. I think I'm gonna see. I'm just gonna leave it plugged in for now, but I think we actually, I think the ROG comes with a cable, so should be okay. There is that very thick, very, very thick GPU. Very, very thick. What's up, Super Mario? Yeah, that looks like it's already been peeled. I think we got all the other peels. Yeah, now the case is filled, yeah. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, that's good to know. You do have to have this in before you put in the GPU. I don't know if I'm gonna have room for it. Okay. Let's go, okay. Push this button, which is nice. Oh wait, we're good. I wonder if it's supposed to help with sag bracket, I mean with like sag. Not sure it does, but all right, we'll find out. I'm guessing no. There we go. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, that's all in now. We're good there. Let's go ahead and put our E-leash on because that's fun. So the E-leash goes right here. Like that. And this will keep the beautiful GPU from sagging, is the hope. It is not the prettiest thing, but it is effective. A little bit of extra work here. Okay, there we go. Gonna attach this to the chassis. Okay, there you go. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there is it. Now it's installed. Now it's to make it look good. The E-leash takes a while. Okay, there you go. Now the E-leash is in, and now this will not sag. Okay, cool. So that's the E-leash, and now you've seen how to do that. Now let's go ahead and put our PSU, our GPU, or sorry, our PSU in, and go from there. Now we're gonna see, I think this should have the connector. If I'm not mistaken. We have used this. I love this PSU. The good thing is it does have the window, so we'll be able to see what the power is coming out of it. But there is the build so far. Okay. Question is, I did not see that, but we'll have to look. See if the there's our, okay, I was like looking for these. I was like, where's our PSU? Okay, there we go. Okay, let's see what cables we got. I know we have the right connection. Okay, so there's CPU. I like the cables on this too, which is nice. What's up, Smitherman? How are you, man? Okay, there is power. Okay, here is, so this actually has, okay, and here, yeah, so see, this actually has the cable. So this is the actual cable. So this actually has the Gen 5. That may not be. Oh, this actually just allows it to plug in, okay. Maybe. Huh. Yeah, this actually is the right connector. Huh. Doesn't look like it plugs into this though. Oh, this one actually has a separate, never mind, this isn't quite the same. Because this one plugs in here really easily, right? Oh, I'm not plugging it in right. Never mind. Okay, that plugs in. Okay, cool. Okay, so I did have that right. I was just doing it wrong. Sorry, new connector. But this connector is also the one that will work on your this one will also work on your Gen 4 cards, your 4000 series. Okay, so going to side view. So now we've got that in. Dang, another cable that we have to freaking route. Okay, we'll figure that out. Okay, so I have this. Don't need that. I just need a single one of these. Yep, that should be everything. Okay, that's all that. Let's get our Thor PSU out now. Oh, she's a beast. She is a beast. I did not need those. Okay, that's that. We got our PSU cables out. We can get rid of this. Okay, let's go to top down. Okay, so for this we need here. This we need here. Now, actually, what I could do, because I'm not going to be a jerk, can put the addressable RGB in and run that up to this RGB spot up here. Just got to find that little cable. Might as well run it if we have it, you know. There it is right there. It's nice to have one of the PSUs that actually has the connection and the support for it. There we go. And then, Fidel, you're asking what the temps are like. You can check we have other reviews that actually have this on there. So you can check with the, with any one of them. Honestly, examples would be the, what's the word? Dang it, Fractal Torrent. We used this this particular cooler on as well, which is nice. So yeah, if you want to check that's a good place to look. Okay, let's slide this in. Whoa, what am I doing? Slide this in the right way. Oh, I forgot. This one, upside down. If you want the screen. Oh, Lord. Okay, let us remove the PSU bracket. Let's go to side view. There we go. So just remove those two screws, and then out comes your PSU. Your bracket for your hard drives. Okay, hard drive brackets out. There we go. PSU is done. Okay. We're looking good. Got some extra screws here. Gonna throw these in the baggie. Get this under control and get this build done. Okay, now let's get this back so you guys can see. Lift this up so you guys can see. Okay, so we've got the screen out now, so you should be able to see that just fine. We've also got all the addressable RGB stuff. Hey, Smoke, thank you for the resub. Najia, thank you for the community subs. There we go. One more, and then we got them all in. And we'll clean up the glass here. There we go. Okay, cool. Hey guys, don't forget, we haven't done any hype trains today. We've got no hype trains. So if you guys want to unlock a hype train so we can at least get one, we're trying to get to 500 to 600 subs because that gets us really close to that's a great first week of doing the giveaway. So I don't know if somebody wants to help unlock our first hype train tonight and then see how high we can get. Can we get a high one? Just trying to see what we can unlock today for our hype trains. Okay, so now we've got all this hooked up here. Trying to get our, geez, like how do I, hopefully I can run this down the side here. Okay, let's go to top down and figure this out. One Nick Ware, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. That gets you 5 entries towards that awesome GPU giveaway. Okay, that should actually work. Okay, let's go to top down. I was a little worried about hiding this cable, but I think we're gonna be good. Thank you very much, One Nick. Let's see if we can get some other people to pipe on, guys. Let's keep it going. How high can we go? We will, if we get to 600, Riddick dropping 5. If we get to 600, guys, we'll give away a Ryzen 7 5700G just for fun. We'll give away an APU, nice little APU from the last round, and just for fun. BMOC dropping a gifted sub. Thank you, BMOC. I've already got that one counted. Okay. And we'll give away a CPU if we get to 600. So let's see, can we get to 601 and then we'll give away a CPU as well. But you guys got to make it happen. I'm throwing some magic in there. Thank you, One Nickware. This build is a 12900K with a 3090 Ti is what we have in this one right now. Right now we are currently cable managing it because the build is pretty much done. Just got to make it look good now. Undo that. Dewum Slayer dropping 5 gifted subs. There we go. One more and we unlock Hype Train. And we are at 558. One Nick giving 2 more gifted subs as well. Trying to get some love going today. A little bit slow. Thank you for those bits, Dewum, too. Need some longer. What do we got for longer ones? They're really long ones. Not what I needed, but okay. There's Hype Train. There it is. Hype Train's going. But remember, guys, the goal is, can we get to... If we get to 1,000%, then I'll give away a 5700G and I'll give away a motherboard that goes with it. So a motherboard CPU pair. If we get to 1,000%. It's like a nice B550 motherboard. We get to 1,000% on this hype train, like basically crazy hype train. Give away a GPU and a CPU and a motherboard. There we go. Okay, that takes care of this. Let's run this cable. This is going to plug in right here. So for folks who didn't know, I'm just giving you a 411. For folks who didn't know, yesterday my wife actually ended up in the ER. And so she had like a back spasm. And so she wasn't able to do dinner tonight. She wasn't able to make dinner tonight. So you can see that I might have to end it after the build because I am like dying of hunger. I might have to go eat, guys. So, and I hate to not game, and I want to game, and I want to play some Hearthstone, but I am struggling here. Yeah, she basically, something spasmed. She had to go to the ER yesterday to get it fixed. But yeah, we're trying to see, can we get to 1,000%? If we get to 1,000%, Unfitted just gave 5 gifted subs. There we are, keeping it going, guys. Can we get to 1,000% and give away a GPU and a motherboard? Sorry, CPU and a motherboard. If we get to 600 subs, we'll give away an APU. If we get to 1,000% on the level 5 hype train, we'll give away a motherboard too to go with it. Oh, she's good now. Yeah, it's a 5700 G and a B550. Yeah. But I'm dying a little bit, guys, and I'm sorry. Okay, let's grab our PSU. There's our, let's grab this. And I actually really want a game tonight, but I am very hungry. I really wish there was a... Okay, let's see if we can get that to stay. I do know how to cook, but it was just one of those things that so understand that these are my work days, so there's more to it. And so it's just one of those things that I had meetings and stuff all the way up until. So it has nothing to do with me not knowing how to cook. It was just one of those things that she had every expectation, and then she ended up taking some stuff that ended up knocking her out. And then when I came back from over here, she was like, hey, honey, I wasn't able to make dinner. And there's no way I'm faulting her for it at all. So she did not feel good. But if I just would have known, I would have ordered food. So that way I just would have come back and did it. And so it was just one of those surprises, guys. It just is what it is. I'm not mad, I'm not upset. It just is one of those things that was a little bit of a surprise, and so it happens sometimes, and I want to be 100% supportive of my wife because she's amazing. Yeah. Yeah. It's just one of those things that I'm just trying to be honest with you guys too. 565 guys, 2 minutes and 32 seconds. A lot up for grabs today. If people are feeling generous. Yeah, it happens sometimes, and that's the way I'm kind of dealing with it. I'm not going to affect the build. Like, the build is going to move on. I'm going to keep making the build look good. You guys are seeing that I'm not letting it get in the way of making sure that my cable management skills are still not top notch, you know. Not jabbing you on where it matters. We'll still go through our sponsors. We'll still go through our deals. wonder if, I might ask. NH Audio's 300. Its bits and everything will help, guys. One minute and 36 seconds, guys. Let that level 5 at least get there. Let's get to the end of the level 5. Come on, we can do that at least. Okay, there's that. Okay, now we just have this weird cable, which kind of bothers me that it's a thing. Hey, NH, thank you very much for that. 1 minute, guys. Come on, let's get it out. Thank you, NH, for doing that too. Maybe this makes the sense to go this way too. I literally just did all these, but it's like the prettiest way to run this, I think. 100 more bits, 40 seconds, we can do it. $30 seconds, come on. Let's get to at least that level 5 at least. Hey, Victor65, thank you very much, my man, coming in clutch there. $17 seconds. Just need 2 more. 2 more. Let's make it happen. Oh, there, it said success. Oh, we only got level 4. Well, guys, we can still get to that 600 and give that APU away. Thank you for all you guys do. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for all that stuff. I'm very, very grateful. Okay. It does take a village. That's right, BMOC. $29 subs, guys, and we'll unlock that APU at least. It's almost done. Okay, build's coming together. We got that. Luckily, I'll be honest, routing this last cable ended up being okay. One second, guys. I'll be right back. One sec. Protein bar, we are saved. So I'm gonna mute, but I'm gonna eat and finish this. So. Okay, guys. Well, I've got a little food in my tummy, and I think the build is done. We got everything hooked up. Ow, hurt my nail. Okay. There we go. See how this looks from the front. I had to do a lot of work to hide cables, because there's no place to hide them in this build. What do you guys think? No sag. I mean, you can't see cables like outside of just where they need to be. You can't see them anywhere. Okay, looks pretty good, right? Right? That was a lot of work. Let's put this back together. So here's what oh shoot. I forgot. This has got to go into it. Okay, so we're gonna get this added, but this is what I was talking about, this build, the front design. See, the front design is actually, it's like a building, so it's semi like breathable, right? But it's like not in the other way, so I knew I was gonna forget that. Luckily we can add it right here. Nice little surprise there. There we go. Okay. Just gonna put this right in between these two. Okay, so one thing we got to do this has got to go right here. And then this has got to go right here. Okay, that takes care of that. And this. Okay, so now the front panel is in. And there's no, the other thing I learned is that this one click kind of comes in here, so you can't quite hide all the cables in the side here, but we can at least get this dog boned. Wait, did you say feel like the case weighs 20 pounds? Case is pretty light, actually. Oh, that did not work at all. One just dead. I'm just gonna put this across the center here. There we go. Hooty hoot, thank you very much, guys. We are 28 subs away from giving away a CPU. Okay. Okay, now we're done. That was, we were done, and then we weren't done, and now we are done. Okay, cool. Okay, let's throw this on. Hopefully this just goes in the way it's supposed to. Ow, oh, I pinched myself. Okay, that's in. Ugh. Okay, let's cover our top. The E-leash works with this pretty easily. Okay, that still works. E-leash works nicely with that too. And there we go. Now, remember, this actually has a see-through, it's not tempered glass, it's see-through. So when we actually throw this on, you will still be able to see it, but we're not gonna, we'll turn it on without it, but it does not have a tempered glass side panel. It actually has a like mesh aluminum side panel. So we'll put that on afterwards once we basically get it seen. But before we do that, let's do our zip tie count. Let's go through our sponsor, and then we'll turn this whole thing on. But that is, the build is done. Looks pretty good. Looks nice and smoked out. Okay, let's see how many zip ties. The question is odd or even. What's the prediction? Yeah, another PC. You're right, Toonami. And on top of that, another new case added to the repertoire as well. Okay, here we go. Top down. Okay, so how many zip ties do we use? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 10. 1, 2. 3, 4, 5. There's 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 35. 36, guys. 36. I'll put them all in here. 36 zip ties. So it is even today, guys. 36. So there's 36 zip ties were used in the making of it. I am Eklo. What's up, buddy? Holy moly, I didn't even know you were here, man. Yeah, dude, I love Eklo and his wife. So they've actually sang a live concert while I was building a PC. 36 zip ties, guys. What was he playing today? What were you playing today, Eklo? Overwatch? Even it is, guys. Whew. Okay, let's walk through our sponsor stuff real quick and then we'll get this build turned on. That wasn't so bad. Let me grab our stuff. It's almost evenly split between the two, which is crazy. It is literally 50-50, which is true. Oops. I want this. Okay. Okay. He didn't even say hi. Or did I miss it? Okay. Well, how many likes do we have on YouTube, guys? $172 at 250, guys. There's 300 plus people here. If you just head over to youtube.com/Robeytech Live, we just need 80 people to go hit that thumbs up button. Okay. What's up, John Paul? How are you, man? Okay, so say for instance you get done with a PC build like what we just finished just now. You're like, hey, Robey, I want to go ahead and pick up a copy of Windows. Okay, awesome. Well, let's go see how much a copy of Windows is. So I go over here and I search for Windows 10. So Windows 10, if I was going to pick that up, would be $99.21. So I head on in. Instead of being $99.21, you can pick it up at vip-cdkdeals.com for $22.72. But if you hit buy now and you use code RBCK, what was $22.72 is now only $15.90, which is a nice deal. And again, we've had thousands of people here within at Robeytech who've purchased card keys from this site. If you have any questions, you can go check it out. No problem whatsoever. What about Office? That's another one that's actually pretty popular. So let's see how much how much would a copy of Office usually be? If I was gonna go pick up a copy of Microsoft Office. So here's Microsoft Office 2019, regularly $197.45. You can pick it up at VIP/CDKdeals.com for $66.48. But if I hit buy now, and again, use the same key, RBCK at checkout, hit apply, you can actually get it for $46.54. So I need Windows 11 because it's too strong. We can get Windows 11 as well. Windows 10 is actually cheaper, and then you can use it for your free upgrade to Windows 11. But again, literally thousands of people. We've verified that they're legit purchases and legit keys. They have great responses in terms of customer service and support. And then they also do a really good job in terms of if you have issues with the key or whatever it was, no problem there. But again, check them out, VIP-CDKdeals.com. And then you can also use code RBCK at checkout for 30% off. So that is our sponsor, and thank you again for sponsoring us today. The other thing I want to talk to you guys about, Robeytech.com. So if you guys are shopping, especially now as people are starting to get into 7000 series, you're getting ready for 4000 series, there's a lot of sales going on in current gen tech. So if you want to go ahead and pick up, oh, let me fix that. So if you want to go pick up like inexpensive keyboards, inexpensive monitors, GPUs on sale, all that stuff, follow at Robeytech Deals on Twitter. Literally thousands of people we've helped save money. I know that sounds weird, but again, thousands of people have helped save money, and Tom is always scouring the internet for the best prices on all of that sort of stuff, and especially as we get in and start finding deals on 7000 series, 13th gen, eventually 4000 series, and eventually Radeon 7000 series as well. Also on Robeytech.com, you can also find things like link to our social. We're currently running a website survey, so if you have additional things you want to find out, you can go check those out. As well as if you like a build, if you want to build this as a build, all of the parts that we use for the builds are here. So here's the one that we just got finished building today. If you like the one that we did yesterday in the Fractal Focus 2, that is there. Again, all of our builds are stacked up. So if you want to check them out, you can always go do there and find all of the parts if you like a particular build. And then the last thing we like to do is we just like to celebrate with a couple deals that he finds. Sometimes it's a surprise, sometimes it's not. Let's see what he's found today. Okay, so first and foremost, Aorus FV43U. This is a 43-inch OLED UHD. I actually have this monitor. I paid twice as much for it. It's on sale right now, $599.99, which is a ridiculous price for an QLED. Sorry, this is a QLED 43-inch monitor. It is a really, really good monitor. And you can go check out our review on it over at Robeytech.com. I absolutely love this monitor. It's one of my favorite monitors, and you will not be disappointed. You can use it for both console gaming and PC gaming. It's a fantastic monitor. Samsung 980 Pro 1TB NVMe SSD. Of course, the name brand in NVMe SSDs. If you want to go pick those up, $124.99 right now over at Newegg, which is a pretty good price for a 1TB 980 Pro. Corsair 5000X Black. So this is their RGB full tempered glass version of this case. $94.99 with promo code and a $20 rebate. So that's a very inexpensive price for that particular case. Eagle, these bottom two are nuts. So this is an Eagle over OC 3060 that also comes with a 24-inch monitor, 24-inch 165 Hz, 180 Hz monitor for $399.99. So you get a GPU and a monitor for $400. That's crazy. And then they have it again, Gigabyte OC. This is an RTX 3070 with a 27-inch 165 Hz monitor for $599. Basically, buy a GPU and get a free monitor. That's nuts. That's crazy. And then Intel Core i7 1100 Asus TUF Z590 Plus for $299.99 over at Micro Center. So you get an i7 and a TUF Z590 board for $300. So you could basically, right there, you could buy that Z5 $300, and you can get a monitor and a keyboard for less than almost $999. And you'd have an 11700K and a 3070. All you need is a PSU and a case and an NVMe SSD, and you basically be good to go for a 3070 11700K build, which is bonkers. So yeah, some really good deals. If you want to check those out, good job, Tom. Nothing strange today. No weirdness. No like blow up dolls or like aprons, slushy machines. Sometimes you get surprised, and those are the things he kind of puts in here. But apparently he decided the deals were just too good, so he just did normal deals today. So everybody say a big thank you to Tom, who does such a good job I don't know, Tom. You're from Detroit. With the Detroit Auto Show going on right now. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I do. I bring the weirdness. I wasn't talking about, like, maybe I didn't mean those kind of blow-up dolls. Hey, Hunter War, what's up, man? It's good to see you. I'm glad to have you back. You kind of disappeared for a little bit. But anyway, we are back. I don't know. I'm not back. He's right there. Hunter War is still here. Yeah, I wasn't saying a bad blow-up doll. Maybe it's for putting in your front seat so you can teach your kids how to drive with passengers. I wasn't saying that kind of blow-up doll. It's a family-friendly show. You guys need to get your minds out of the gutter. Just saying. Okay, so that is it for today's deals, and awesome job from Tom. Yeah, it's for your backyard. That's right. It's for your backyard on Halloween night. That's what it's for. So you can, like, you know, be scary. Thank you, B-Mock. That's why I like you. So good job from Tom for finding all those deals. Okay, you guys ready to see if this build works and does any good? Prediction time. Will it turn on? Will it boot? Yeah. I also, what if you want to just have something in case you're, like, you know, for your kid's science fair and you need to test, like, flesh-eating bacteria. You don't want to test it on yourself. Yeah, these are all things that are real. Real concerns. What is going on? Okay, this is all twisted. I'm just going to untwist this real quick. I'm going to start new music. Of course, I don't understand how testing flesh-eating bacteria on a plastic doll is going to be that helpful, but you know what? Let's not get mired in details. Yeah, let's not get mired in details, guys. Point is, it was a family-friendly doll. Okay, guys, vote. Predictions up. You want to get then we'll turn it on. We'll get into mood mode and all that stuff. Has Hunter War said hi? Did he just pop in and drop a sub and leave? So like him. That's warm. Okay, we got all the stuff in now. Let's go to mood mode. Oh, there he is. How you doing, buddy? You just been busy? Oh, yeah. Well, it's good to have you back, my friend. Okay, we're going to mood mode. Okay, mood mode is engaged. Prediction is done. Whew. Well, are you doing okay now? You getting a little break? Can I come see the build turn on? Check out our new case today, Hunter War. Okay, guys, moment of truth. I'm just worried about bad cards. What kind of... Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, I see lights. I don't see any of the front fans spinning, though. And I know I wired them all in. Okay, so it does turn on. Wow, look at that thing going crazy. That thing does not know what to do with... Oh, wow, because the case... I wonder if I can, hold on, let's change this. Hey, there we go. That is like some crazy RGB. That's a little bit better. Wow, there's a lot to cycle through here, guys. Okay, I like the blue. matches the Azza. The question is, so it does boot, by the way. There it is, it does boot, by the way. The only thing that is not working right now is the front fans are doing jack nothing. So we got to figure out what is going on. But I would say that is a successful, yes, it turns on, it does boot, we are good there. Let's find out why. Because the rear fan and the Azza light is on. Something must have come unplugged, maybe? I mean, this is definitely connected into the rest. I wonder if it's like one of those things where I have the wrong one plugged in, maybe? Okay, we're just gonna figure this out, see if we can get the front fans to come on here. A little bit additional work, but that's the fun stuff. Maybe I've got them, I might have them wired in backwards, maybe. So we're gonna see if we can get them to turn on. Okay, well that stopped working. Okay, so this definitely works. I wonder if this has to be at the end of the chain. Maybe. Now if I do this. Nope, that did not do anything. Interesting, hold on. Interesting, we're gonna figure this out. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, that turned that on. Okay, now let's see if this works. Okay. I'm gonna figure out how this works, because it's like not, oh, does this one work? What is this? Hold on, something's going on here. Oh. There we go. Okay, so does this one work? Interesting, this doesn't work either. Oh, hold on. Does this one work? Okay. So I think it matters which RGB you plug this into, okay? Okay, so there's two RGBs, and there's one for the case, and there's one for the fan. Okay, so this goes here. Okay, that got that. Okay, so there's a different, so it's just different connections. Okay, then this goes into this. Okay, got it. It's a little bit more complicated than I anticipated. There it is. Last one. Okay, now all of our fans are on. Hey, look at that, see? You can't see them. Wow, that you wouldn't have ever known, because they are on. Here, let's go to side view. But you have to, like, there's a specific connection, one for RGB and one for lights. And so if you don't have the right one plugged into the right one, it doesn't work, which you would never know because there's no labeling it. So yeah, I need to make sure I remember that for the review. So it's very, very, like, it's a system and nobody else uses it. So there's like definitely some like, hey, you have to get used to the particular system. You know, which is kind of wacky. Okay, we're just gonna get this cleaned up now. $201, guys, we're almost there with the number of likes for today. Just kind of cleaning up this little bit of almost done. Yeah, let's see if we can unlock at least one giveaway tonight, guys. We are 25 away, 26, 27 away from unlocking a CPU giveaway. Okay. Okay, we've re-cleaned up the back here. Just now that we've gotten the clarity on how this works. And now we can do this. I think the one thing I just say about this case is I don't understand the price. Oh. I mean, I do understand, like, the rest of it's like, it's not bad. Like, we don't know about the performance numbers yet, you know what I mean? And if you like the look of it, I have no reason to tell you why you shouldn't get it. It's just, it's got a lot of, like, quirks. And then for the price, it's, you know, it's just interesting. Okay, so there's the build. I'm trying to think of a way that you would actually see the fans. You would see them from what direction? Okay, there you go. You'd see them if you had it on that side. So this is how you'd see the fans. So they are there. And so there's your 3090 Ti, and you got your blue lights and everything like that. And then again, if you threw the cover on it, that's what it'd look like. So it's like you kind of get it filtered. Town Scott, thank you very much for the sub. So you can actually see it pretty well, but again, you're getting direct airflow from everywhere. And again, you don't really get a good, I mean, from the wide, I think you might be able to see it from the wide angle. Hold on, let me see. Let's do the wide angle here. You guys see the, yeah, you can see the fans from that direction. Well, I mean, the thing that's crazy is, again, you can actually directly take in air from the side. So you're basically getting a lot of air into this case. Maybe this is cheap, more expensive than tempered glass this side, You know what I mean? But yeah, you know, it's funny. I think the side, like it's hard to see on camera, but I actually do really like the view. But again, you only get it one way. So I don't know. That's like I don't know. It's just your opinion in terms of what you want. But yeah, this one you can kind of have the whole thing. And then there's your side view. Pun intended. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, side, you don't have a way to vertical mount though. There is no vertical mount for it. It does not support vertical mount. But what do you guys think? I mean, just looking at the build, looking at the case, what do you think? Looks good, right? Yeah. Okay, where are we at on likes on YouTube? Can we give anything away today? We didn't hit level 5 once. 211, guys. Needs a streamer. Yeah, the streamer RGB would look pretty good. So if you guys want to head on over to youtube.com/Robeytech Live. Hit that thumbs up button. Let's see if we can get to 250. And then we'll do one $25 Newegg gift card. We still need like 26 more subs to give away that APU if we want to unlock that too. So just go ahead and smash that like button. Head on over youtube.com/Robeytech Live. We'll do that one giveaway. Let's see if we can give it like 3 or 4 more minutes, and then we'll move on if not. So go hit that like button if likes are free. And then, you know, while you're at it, hit that thumbs up button. And hit that thumbs up button. While you're at it, hit that subscribe button too. Love to have you guys subscribe so you don't miss streams like this, and you can watch them a little bit. But yeah, let me grab a drink. It is posted though. It does show all that RAM. And they're showing that Kingston too. Thank you very much, PC guy. Appreciate it. Blondie, do we have the names from last week for the winners? I mean, for the people from last week? I think Hunter War was number 1. Did we take that from last week? So we can get those names on? I should have done that today. We'll have new people. We have, and then don't forget to take these tonight, Blondie, because these people are new. This will be the last night for this stream for this week. So we got all new names. Victor, Jimmy Kabox, and Eladacian are all new. Trying to get those last likes, guys. Bernie's new too. That's right, Bernie. Okay, yeah, why don't we do that real quick while we wait for the likes. Let's go to top down. Let's add these names. Let's add these ones now. Where is my pins? Oh, they're there. Let's add these ones to the build mat as the top people for this time. This over. Oh, it's very quiet, like really quiet. Okay, let's get our names added. You guys were the number ones for this, the top ones for the top subs for this week. Unless somebody pops in there. Yeah, you guys can be close. All you gotta do, people are super close. But here's our top subs. Well, actually, what if somebody, well, I guess somebody won't beat him, unless somebody does it now. We'll add him in if they come in later. I know Hunter War was #1 last week, so I'm gonna go ahead and mark his name with an extra. Okay, so Hunter War, he was one last week. There we go. So these are the top subbers. And then again, we'll give this mat away, but these are the top people who subbed each week. Intel actually was a top subber. That was pretty funny. We got Blade. I'm gonna draw over these guys one more time. Blade Office. Riddick. And he had one extra. And then Braythorn, which we haven't seen in a little while. Okay, so first up for this one, Eladacian. And if somebody beats them tonight, then we'll just add you. Eladacian. We got all new people. Jimmy. Cubics. And then we got Victor 65H. There we go. There's our top ones for this week. No, you don't have to be, yeah, Blade of Ice, Blade Office. Somebody's asking, do you have to be, you don't have to sub to be eligible. No, you just have to sub, you don't have to sub to be eligible for giveaways. You just have to sub to be, oh, CKCC, that's right. CKCC was last week too, right? He hasn't been on the board in a while. Is it CKCC, or do you remember specifically, and there's a YouTube gold. Do you remember specifically? It's CKCC Chris, right? Do you remember, Blondie? Is it CKCC? Yeah, yeah. He's actually came in and took over Hunter War. That's right, he was first. There you go. Okay. There is our guys right now. One Nick Ware wants to get his name added. All you got to do is, dude, it's actually really low for this week. Usually it's in the hundreds. We just say the middle of the month is always a weird one. So if you want to get your name on the board, this is a cheap time to do it. So we hit our YouTube goal. These are top subbers on top sub gifters. So they get immortalized on the build mat. Okay, let's do our giveaway then. We're gonna give away one Newegg gift card. Okay, exclamation point Newegg now, guys. Exclamation point Newegg now. We're going to be giving away one gift card. And if we get 26 subs in the next X number of minutes, we'll go ahead and give away a 5700G CPU. There's the build again. I like it with the, if you can get just enough of the blue, it actually looks pretty cool. 2 minutes, guys. Yeah, you have to at least be following, guys. Man, that actually ended up, that's like super clean looking. I do like the way that the case looks. I'm super curious how it's going to perform. It's very quiet. "20 seconds, guys." Yeah, it's a mesh see-through side panel, yes. Okay, guys, drawing our winner. Congratulations to Elrondo Hubbard. Apparently a Scientology person. So congratulations, Elrond Hubbard. No more entries, guys. Newegg later. Nice PC guy. Congratulations, man. You are the winner. 9 months, 9-month anniversary. 9 months there, too. Congratulations. Make sure you reach out to Blondie to get your stuff. Let me text. It's my Newegg and I want it now. There you go. Okay, let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and try and get a couple games of Hearthstone in because we need a game. So I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. So that means for those folks who want to hang out, you can. If you're over at YouTube right now, head over to twitch.tv/Robeytech because that's where we're going to be. That's where we're going to be playing some games if you want to hang out. And if not, because we're going to be saying adieu to the fine folks over at YouTube because it's Twitch time. We don't do gaming over on, so yeah, just getting this all set up here. We're gonna shut this down. Switch over to the other one. Can you feel real? No, I can't really. It's like I can't. But I know it's gonna go into thermals tomorrow. Oh, never mind. Okay, never mind. My dinner. Oh, is it? Let me see where it's ready. She said. I might, hold on, we're still determining. She's letting me know. I guess she cooked dinner, which is very kind. Okay, let me put this in. Let's get this off of the side here. Get it ready for thermal testing. Azza case. Ooh, ooh. Oh, the front panel just came off. That was a surprise there. Okay. Okay. Sorry guys, the front case came off and kind of was like, what is happening? Okay, shoot, we're just discussing, so we're getting there. I am gonna go ahead and say bye to YouTube, so just as a reminder, as we're waiting to kind of find out about that, if you wanna know about YouTube, or sorry, if you wanna know about the rest of the week, no stream until Monday. Monday we're back, we're building a 6950 AMD system. We're gonna be giving away GPUs as well, so that's gonna be super awesome. So you're gonna wanna tune in for that episode, that's gonna be super cool. We're also gonna be building an ABS system, we're gonna be checking out the Corsair ABS system. That's going to be happening on Thursday next week, and we're giving the Corsair ABS system away, so that's going to be happening next week. Plus, we also got, I'm trying to think of what else. There's actually some really cool streams coming up, so that should be a lot of fun. So you're going to want to tune in for those. But again, you got a full weekend off. I'm going to go celebrate. I'm going to be heading up to just forgot the name of the town, but it's like a vacation town over here on the west coast. On the west coast of Washington. So with my family, it's a Christmas gift to my brother. So it took us a long time to kind of get it coordinated. So that's what's going to be happening this weekend. So no stream Saturday like we normally would. We'll be kicking it off again on Monday. So for those of you YouTubers, love you, appreciate you. Huge shout out to my tech specialists, my mods. My regular, just amazing fan base, and all the people who donated and did subs today. You guys are incredible. Also to you guys for hitting all those likes on YouTube as well. So huge shout out to you, YouTube. We love you, and we'll see you on the next one. Facebook, same thing. Quintus, if you guys want to come see gaming, I'll let you know for sure when we're doing that. Pop on over to twitch.tv/Robeytech. Let me say goodbye to you guys. Okay, bye.